All right. I wanted to come on here today and do a different sort of video because there is one company out there where I feel it's trading now at such a high price where I'm actually going to short it and have started my short position on it today. And for me, that's really rare. I mean, there's hundreds of companies where the price is high enough where I definitely won't buy it. But for me to want to short a company, it's really quite rare. And before I tell you what the company is and kind of why I'm shorting it, I want to throw up some examples here of recent companies that have IPO'd in like the last 5 years. So we pull them up. Last 5 years, you can see Peloton IPO'd, and within a year, and in a matter of months, it's up 400% before ultimately declining to where it is today. If we look at Beyond Meat, they IPO'd just over 5 years ago, but they ran up almost 700%. Everyone thought this fake meat was the game changer. Everyone thought that this was going to be like one of the next things, but it didn't turn out that way, and it's now down over 95% from that high. Now, not all recent IPOs never recover, and just like if we look at Palantir, they IPO'd in the last 5 years and they ran up 250%. And then you can see, even if you had bought that high, you would be up another 22% here about 3.5 years later. But you would have held through an 80% decline. So this company in particular, I feel it's going to be similar to Palantir, where it's run up quite a lot and it's relatively young, and I don't think it's justified. And I think it has, yeah, just a large pullback ahead of it to see a realistic valuation now. But I do believe long term, like really long term, this company will probably be all right. Even my personal favorite company here, IPO'd in the last 5 years, it had gone up 128%. But if you had bought it then, it would have held through an 80% decline. And I mean, you still haven't recovered yet. You're still down over 50% on your money. So now, the company that I'm short and I feel is super overvalued is Kava. You can see they had a recent IPO here um, in the last, well, they had it in this June of 2023, just last year. And I feel they're at this stage now where they've run up a lot. They're up 230% all time. They're up 300% on the year. And I just feel this has gotten extreme. And the media is always saying it's going to be the next Chipotle, and it may be, but I doubt it, at least for a very, very long time. It definitely won't. And that's kind of like the main bull case that I feel has driven this rally is just the hype around, oh, it's going to be the next Chipotle, you know, it's going to be a huge thing. Well, as of today, and I'll throw a screenshot up, it's only in about half the states in the country. Um, yeah, so it's not even nationwide yet. There's not even one where I live. I've never actually eaten their food, so maybe it's really good and I won't want to short the stock anymore after trying it, but I really don't believe that it's going to be the next Chipotle. And yeah, I don't, at least for a really, really long time. And I mean, it's Mediterranean food. and I feel the market in Mediterranean foods in the US, it's just not as popular as what Chipotle's got going on. It definitely pushes the fresh, and while the dining experience most definitely looks similar to Chipotle from what I've seen at least, although I've never been inside a Cava. I definitely don't feel any of the background business um, things, and I mean, obviously, different management. I really don't think it's anything like Chipotle, but um, yeah, so it's trading here. You can see 375 price to earnings, and insiders selling, although I was looking into this, and um, I don't know if this was actually a person. It looked like some company name, and we can pull it up. I need to look more into that. Hedge funds are overall buying, so I mean that's good if you're an investor. But EPS is on the decline again. Is on the decline, and over here, um, oh that's my position. But over here, you can see the forward earnings is at 813. That's absurd. So basically, it's already trading 384 times their earnings. And you're saying in the next 12 months, they're gonna have they're gonna produce less than half the profits they did in the last 12 months. And so basically if it's trading at this same price 12 months from now, you're gonna be looking at an 813 times earnings. Now obviously this is just an estimate right now. They have an earnings in next month, and things might look terrific. And yeah, it may be all sunshine and rainbows after all, but highly doubt it. And then I just want to look here and show you guys the insider that was selling, and I need to look more into this. But it looks to be this company here, Artel International. I need to probably look more into that because it's not a person that's been selling those $1 million lots. Now, there definitely is some people selling their shares, um, and I mean, you can't blame them. There's a number of reasons to sell, and that's not always a bearish sign. But the PE ratio and the forward PE ratio is the real one that's like, who's paying for this? If I were to buy a company with a forward PE ratio of 813, I expect that company to have a um, very convincing reason to believe that they have found the cure for cancer, dementia, Alzheimer's, and rabies. Like all of those together. I expect that company um, to believe they have truly found the cure, and for everyone in the media to believe it too. If I were to buy a company with an 813 forward PE ratio. Now this is just a food chain. It's absolutely in no way changing the world. It is not. It's just another option for the consumer to go get their lunch on their lunch break. No way is it changing the world, and no way is it anywhere close to being the next Chipotle. It's miles, and it's probably decades behind being the next Chipotle, and it will probably never catch up because in another couple decades, Chipotle will likely be way further. So this is the company um, I'm short now, and here's my position right here. I have two contracts already filled today. I have another order to buy another one at a lower price, but that one probably won't fill as it hasn't filled all day. Um, and yeah, I mean, $50 put come January of 2026. Although I could see maybe this pullback not coming until late 2026 or until we have a real market correction. And until, I mean, they say during the bear markets, people people only hold the stocks with the best balance sheets, and nobody's going to want to hold a stock with an 810 forward PE during a bear market. That is, people will take gains, and it will drop fast, in my opinion, once it starts. So I chose the $50 put for January 16th, 2026. And then I only have two contracts right now. I'm willing to size this up. I'm willing to size this position up to about 10 contracts. And I'm definitely going to wait until after their next earnings to fully buy 10 contracts in case they go higher because I mean their next earnings could send them to $160 a share. I mean it's gone this high and it can definitely go higher. Uh, Now obviously none of this is financial advice either. Don't follow my play. Do your own research and none of this is financial advice. But I also like to run like calculations. So say the stock is 160 a share next month. I've already got I've already got a pretty large 30% discount on those contracts, and that's why I don't like to buy my short positions all at once. I never like to buy I never like to fully max out how much I'm willing to put into a short position at once because the market's usually long, bull markets last longer, hype cycles can be crazy, and they can just keep going longer than you expect. So that's why I only have two contracts now. I'm willing to get like three or four before earnings, and then I'm definitely holding off to see what happens after the next earnings because I might be getting a large discount. And then we can see here, say the price is $80. Come come next year, well, you'll see. So about $80 in August of next year, we're about break even. I believe it can definitely be $80 by July. Definitely. I definitely see it being around 80 in July. It's a slight 30% increase. Not anything crazy there, but I can definitely see that happening. Look at look at Celsius. Celsius is a company that um, that's been making profits, and then forward isn't looking great. And just earlier this year, Celsius is all the hype. Year to date, it was up 70%. Um, yeah, and the media was talking about it, and it was all the hype. But if you bought that top just in May, you're down almost 70%. It's been half a year, not even half a year since May, and you're down 70%. So once the market changes their mind on a company and they decide it's not as great as they believe, the price drops very, very fast a lot of the time. And I really feel this time is going to be no different. I'll continue to do my research. I'll wait till after the earnings to short more or to buy more puts since I can't short straight up shares. But I really don't see this price level being sustainable, especially once more people kind of piece together that wait, Kava is not the next Chipotle, at least not for a very, very long time. They are decades behind being where Chipotle is today, like complete decades behind. And on the outside, it looks like it is. Like the dining experience looks like Chipotle, is what I hear. But I'm certain on the inside of the business and their operations, it is absolutely nothing like Chipotle. It doesn't have the future plans Chipotle has. It doesn't have the team Chipotle has. It doesn't have the technology, the money, and I'm certain it does not deserve a higher PE ratio than Chipotle. which I mean its PE ratio is far beyond Chipotle's. So that's what I'm short is Kava. Kava is what I'm short. Short it with two contracts right now, and I expect or I'm planning to add up to 10, and especially if it rises after the next earnings. But yeah, don't take this as any advice. Don't blindly just buy these contracts because this random 18-year-old on the internet decided to gamble some of his money on this prediction. But yeah, thank you guys for watching.